Hi, I'm Rebecca Ryan. I'm a shamanic witch in Melbourne, Victoria. Change is a huge topic. A lot of us are changing very quickly. So time is speeding up, as we can feel. We're getting more and more compacted, maybe. In that compacting of time, so the spinning of time faster and faster, we're able to go through more stuff. So change is everyone's best friend. It can be exhausting, and I wanted to just give you a heads up for the process of change. So it doesn't matter what the change is, so the specifics of change for you will always follow the same process if you're human. It's just how we change. So the process is we start with something which is bothering us or calling us. So something appears that we need to address. That might be, I'm not happy with blah 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 anymore, or I want more of something. So it can be like, it can be a negative feedback loop or a positive feedback loop, but something happens and it calls us. So we suddenly are aware that change is on its way or change is required. The next piece is to unpack what you already know. So you think through what you already have, or you feel your way through what you already have, and that unpacking is a telling of your story. It's probably a telling of your story to yourself. It might be a telling of your story to your loved ones. It might be a telling of your story to your boss. It starts to highlight the things which are not working well, or the things that you would like to see more of. So you do this unpacking by isolating and telling your story. By isolating, I mean you're emptying yourself of your story. So isolating might be, in fact, saying this bit I know, and then as you talk or as you process it, it can become more and more broad. Or it can be going the other way, going, something's not right, and then you talk and talk and talk and talk and come back to the specifics. So whichever way your brain works is great. This unpacking starts to open up your hands and your heart and your mind, it's called. So you start to be present, or you start to make yourself present to some of the resources which are going to come in for you. The resources will come in as you process through this journey. You'll get down to a point which is called presencing. And that presencing is the moment where, or the times where you've had a question, you've gone for a walk around the block and you've had an answer. Yeah, they can be gestalt moments that just like struck by lightning. All of a sudden you knew something, or something has landed that hadn't landed before, and you're like, great, that's what I needed, this is what I'm going to do. They can be much longer than just a particular moment, so things might kind of fall in to build a puzzle which is better suited to where you're being called to, so solve some of your problems, whatever. So that presencing point doesn't need to be quick, but frequently our experience of it is in fact that it is. So something's been cooking, we've unpacked it as much as we can, and we kind of wait in it. This presencing piece is down, it's a U, so it's down the bottom of the U, where you let go. So you've organised what you already know, you open yourself up to what the future might be. The presencing point is where you let the future come. So it's the standing in the shower and going, oh, this is the solution to that equation. The impetus of that, so like being struck by lightning or having a light bulb moment, the impetus of that then starts to move you and starts to drive you up to change, so to an innovative place where things are different for you. So that driving up piece should be part of the being struck by lightning. It should be like a wave, or like a heat or something that rises through and goes, oh, I'm going to do this now, or yeah, that's a perfect solution. What next, or how do I implement that? The answer to that question is you just start rolling. So you start to catalyze change without knowing all the bits and pieces. So you start rolling and you start to go up the other side of the U with the force of the inspiration, so, or the purposefulness of whatever is hit. So that starts to get you up the other side, and then as you curve up back again up to your kind of everyday, average, mundane world, you just try. So you try and implement change, you try and implement new ideas or new strategies, and as you try, you get feedback. As you get feedback, you then adjust, and then here you are in a different place, in either a different you, or your world looks different, and there you are. Knowing this can reduce the distress. The reason sometimes that we get distressed is because we've found ourselves in positions where we've felt stuck, and where we've wanted to change but haven't been able to. So we either haven't been able to unpack and understand our story enough to kind of empty it out, and so weren't struck by lightning down the bottom and then didn't have the lift, or we were struck by lightning but we waited, and we waited to try and figure out all the specifics before we moved. So the reason I'm saying this process is it's profound, it's shared amongst us. It's called the presencing or the theory U process. And if you know a little bit about how it looks, it can help you just ride this process a little bit more, A, profoundly, and B, with a greater sense of knowledge, which is maybe a greater sense of safety. If you want to find out more, Peter Senge, C. Otto Sharma, Betty Sue Flowers and Joseph Jaworski are the authors of something called Presencing. I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful book, it's a beautiful movement. And if you find that the changes that are happening for you at the moment are leaving you feeling giddy or distressed or as if you're ungrounded, it might be worth having a look at what this process is so you can hold yourself a bit steadier through it.